While working with NeoPixel or WS2812 addressable LEDs, I had found that apart from mere decoration purpose, these addressable LEDs can also be used to make an LED notification panel to visually notify about important home assistant events. Earlier, I had built a same kind of notification panel using individual RGB LEDs. The downside with them was to control each color of the RGB LED, we need separate GPIO pins. So as the microcontrollers have a limited number of the usable GPIO pins, a maximum of 3 RGB LEDs can be controlled this way. Here the addressable LEDs came to my rescue. Even to control a large number of these LEDs, we only need a single GPIO pin. That's it. So in today's video, we will learn to control the individual addressable LEDs that can be used for many other purposeful and unique projects. So let's get started. To build a home assistant notification panel, we will use a Sonoff Basic and a 8 LED WS2812 NeoPixel strip. You can use any of the ESP board of your choice. I like to use Sonoff Basic switch because it's a complete package with a mains powered power supply, a relay, a LED, a switch and of course an ESP chip in a small and compact sized enclosure. If you don't have a similar NeoPixel strip, you can also use any other addressable LED strip for this purpose. This NeoPixel strip is having 8 RGB LEDs on it. To use it, we only need to connect 3 wires to it. 2 for the power lines and 1 for the data. It's a WS2812 kind of strip. We have connected black wire to ground, red to VCC and blue to data in pin. To connect these 3 wires to Sonoff board, I have soldered a 5-pin female header to the pin headers on my Sonoff Basic R1. If we count from the button side, the first pin is 3.3 volt, second is RX or GPIO 3, third is TX or GPIO 1, fourth is ground and the last one is GPIO 14. If you have Sonoff R2 board, then the fifth pin would be GPIO 2. Let's connect the LED strip to the Sonoff VCC, ground and GPIO 14. So that's it. On the NeoPixel strip, this is our LED 1, this is LED 8 and this is 4th LED. So here our wiring part is over. Let's move on to the computer screen to configure this module now. So we have reached the Tesmota main page. To configure, click Configuration and Configure Module. In the module type, select Generic 18 and hit Save. Once it's back, again click Configuration, Configure Module. As we have connected LED strip data line to GPIO 14, select WS2812 on that pin and hit Save. After restart, you will now see a toggle button and 3 slider button to control our LED strip. Now you can control the power, LED color and brightness of the whole strip at once. But for our purpose, we don't want to control the whole strip. Instead, we want to control the individual LEDs only, and that too from the Home Assistant end. So for that, we first need to configure the MQTT. Enter your MQTT host IP, username, password and a topic name for this LED strip. Hit save and let the module restart. Optionally, you can also provide a name for this switch. Go to console and expose this switch to Home Assistant by typing set option 19 space 1. Let's move on to Home Assistant. Our Neo LED is now visible in Home Assistant. Now the main part. To control each LED individually, we need to publish a MQTT message on the topic WS2812 that we have assigned to our LED strip module. Let's test it from the services page. Select mqtt.publish. In service data, enter as shown here. In topic line, replace WS2812 with the topic name of your switch. Payload has 3 different values, each for red, green and blue colors. We can change each value from 0 to 255, which sets the brightness of that color. 0 value will turn off that color LED, while 255 is the full brightness. You can also set it to any value in between. At the end of the topic line, set the individual LED number that you want to control. So that's it. Let's play with it to understand how it works. Using the same procedure, we can now create automations that will automatically control the individual LEDs on certain events in Home Assistant. Similarly, we can create more automations to update the status of some important notifications to our LED strip like internet, away mode, air quality, rain status, electricity status, or even the doorbell ring status. Let's now install our project in an enclosure and give it a nice look. Hope you have got the idea and can use it in many new DIY projects as per your imagination. Do let me know about how you implemented this idea in your home automation setup. If you like the content, please consider subscribing the channel, as a lot of fresh ideas around Sonoff and home automation stuff are on the way. Don't forget to press the bell icon so that you never miss any upcoming videos. Stay safe, stay connected, and we will meet in another exciting video soon. Until then, goodbye.